There's a horrific trend of churches becoming more and more cult and having more cult-like behavior.
Hey, welcome to Churchome. Wherever you are in the world, you are welcome and you belong.
If you're pro-life,
wow,
there's a lot of life. And so as a follower of Jesus, wouldn't I put the emphasis there?
We first met when Justin was like 8 or something in Toronto, and he's always been a worshiper.
The mega church behind me here in Kirkland, Churchome, is being sued by an employee who alleges she was threatened with termination when she couldn't afford to donate or tithe to the church.
There's a new mega church that all the celebrities are going to. First, there was Hillsong. Then there's the creepy church that Kris Jenner owns located in a shopping center. And now there is Churchome, the cult-like organization that's pulling in over $20 million a year, not paying any taxes, and pressuring their members like Justin Bieber, Kourtney Kardashian, Selena Gomez, Lana Del Rey, and so many more celebrities to pay their fair share. And who is collecting all their money? Their creepy pastor, Judah Smith. Today, we are exposing Churchome, so let's get into it. You guys know we cover everything celebrity here on this channel, and celebrities in particular have a soft spot when it comes to their churches. And that's my favorite topic to dive into, is celebrity churches. I feel like the last time we covered a good celebrity, well, not a good one, but a good story was when we uncovered Kris Jenner's church, which in my opinion, allegedly is just a way for her and her family members to funnel money through a church and avoid taxes on it. But I want to get into a different church today. Now, my curiosity actually started when I went to Justin Bieber's Instagram, and you know, I'm an investigator, so I'm over here clicking links, and I noticed that this link in his bio didn't go to his website or his music. Let me introduce you guys to Churchome. It looks like the word church and home kind of placed into one. This is their website. Now, this church actually came through Hillsong. Members of Hillsong went to create this church. Hillsong is a gigantic church, I think the biggest mega church out there. But what's interesting about Churchome is how they are really connected online. So you could be like a part of this group through your phone, and I actually downloaded the app. Everything is super modern, and it looks like a standard, modern church. Everyone is welcome, well, supposedly.
Hey, welcome to Churchome. Wherever you are in the world, you are welcome and you belong. Hey, start with daily guided prayer, a fresh scripture meditation to guide you into connection with God. Every week, there's a message for everyone. Kids.
So it's giving like church subscription.
Youth, adults. It's best when shared, whether in your living room or with your friends all over the globe. And once a month, we gather our church home experience, our collective moments of...
Okay, so you guys get what they're trying to sell. So they're like an electronic, modern, a different approach on Christianity, or at least that's what they are at surface value. Like this headline, inside Churchome, Justin Bieber's VIP and sex joke-filled celebrity megachurch, which I don't think any place of prayer should be associated with a headline like this. We venture inside the Beverly Hills house of worship, where the Biebers and Kardashians take in sermons by the charismatic pastor Judah Smith. And when I saw Judah Smith was a part of this, all the light bulbs in my head went off, because every once in a while we'll get a celebrity who talks badly about Judah Smith. And I'm like, wait, why are they turning on this man? He seems to be like some type of a authoritarian figure within the community who gets very close to powerful members. Pastor Judah Smith is actually from Seattle. That's where the church was based. But they're currently operating in Beverly Hills, and that's how they get a lot of their, A-list clients. Not clients, but members. I mean, honestly, it's giving cult, and you guys can decide that for yourselves at the end of this video. It's not just millennials and Gen Z that make up Churchome's congregation. Celebrity attendees populate the first few rows. They're reserved, and they typically have people like Kourtney Kardashian there, or Hailey Bieber.
I didn't understand who Jesus was, really.
right.
So for me, it was just this process of understanding. I don't have to sit around and feel like, oh my gosh, this one time when I was 20, I made a mistake, and I wish I hadn't done that. Jesus would be more proud of me if I hadn't.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
He died so that I don't have to sit there being like, oh, Jesus would love me. He doesn't love you any more, any less based on what he loves somebody who murdered someone in prison just as much as he loves you, and just as much as he...
So it seems like she's talking about, the message of forgiveness, which actually is surprising coming from her, because I feel like that's one that she needs to maybe hear again. All right, let's talk about online privacy. Imagine you're sending a personal text message, but instead of a private chat, it is being blasted to an entire group of strangers. Sounds awful, right? Well, that's exactly what happens when you browse the internet without a VPN. Your data is out in the open for hackers, ISPs, and even your own network admins can see. That is where private internet access, or PIA, comes in. A VPN, or a virtual private network, encrypts your connection and hides your IP address, keeping your online activity private and secure. With PIA, you can browse safely on public Wi-Fi, hide your IP address, and bypass geo restrictions to access content from anywhere. Plus, PIA has servers in all 50 states and 91 countries. So you can unlock streaming libraries, you could shop for region-specific deals, and even watch sports that are normally blacked out in your area. And unlike some VPNs, PIA lets you protect a number of devices under just one subscription, whether it's your phone, your laptop, tablet, or even your smart TV. Personally, I love using PIA to stream shows that aren't available in the US. With just a few clicks, I can unlock way more on Netflix or Disney+. You can venture into international servers and no more of those messages that this content isn't available in your region. And right now, you can get 83% off of private internet access. That is just $2.03 a month, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free. Visit my link, piavpn.com/Sloan, right now to secure that deal. Click that link in the description below. Thank you, PIA, for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. Pastor Judah Smith actually comes from a line of pastors, so Christianity is in his family, and it turns out he started holding these gatherings at his friend's house, Jason Kennedy's, who was a E-News host. I don't know if he still is, but they had these meetings there, and then they went to Justin Bieber's favorite hotel, the Montage in Beverly Hills, to hold a larger crowd, and then the church began to grow into Churchome. I think they say Churchome, but I hate how it's put together because it looks like Churchome. Okay, Churchome. I don't love the name. It turns out that Judah and Justin have been very close for a very long time, about a decade now. Judah says, "We've been brothers for 10 years. The two even share a tattoo, better at 70, a motto they have with friends. He said we were in Switzerland at 3 in the morning maybe, which is not too abnormal. Obviously, you're on tour. Why is the pastor on tour? We cried a lot, and he's like, let's get tattoos tonight. And I was like, I've been waiting. I don't know why, but I'm getting handler energy." Here's a clip of Judah talking a little bit about his relationship with Justin Bieber.
We first met when Justin was like 8 or something in Toronto, and he's always been a worshiper, and that's a lot of who he is. And so I want to be part of a church where everybody gets a fair shake at using their gift to contribute to the community. And so far be it from me to stand in the way of someone who clearly has a gift to lead worship. And
I want to second that too. It's not. I've kind of not done this because I felt didn't want to make it seem like, I don't know, Judah, you know what I'm trying to say. I just don't want people to think this is a show.
Now, I don't blame Justin Bieber for getting involved. I mean, I went to church before, and I like church. I'm a Christian. I don't have a church here in LA. I don't know why, but they kind of scare me around here. But the good churches back in Virginia, we loved them. Judah was even part of Justin's wedding. He was the one who performed the wedding. He officiated it. So that arranged marriage that Justin likes to joke about, Judah has been trying to figure out how to make Churchome bigger than what it is by accommodating the VIPs, getting them special treatment. He even tried to film a reality show at one point with Amazon, but nobody wanted it. Now, one person brought up on Reddit, what other well-known celebrities attend this church? I know Justin Bieber used to be a regular member, but I read that he and Hailey stopped going. Well, this user corrected them, saying Justin and Hailey still attend. Maybe you're confusing Churchome with Hillsong. I know Selena Gomez, the Kardashians, Russell and Ciara Wilson, they've all been spotted attending Churchome. We even have a picture of Lana Del Rey attending as well. Justin and Hailey used to attend Hillsong, but they cut ties and left when a scandal came out about their pastor, Carl Lentz, cheating on his wife. Then they joined Churchome.
There's a horrific trend of churches becoming more and more cult and having more cult-like behavior since social media, that so many mega churches are popping up, and they look super fun, and they are filled with young, attractive people, and they love bomb all of their guests that come in, and they're usually named something like Life Church. It's a trendy pastor, a trendy worship team, all of that. But what I have found out from family members that these churches are doing is even more controlling than the Christian fundamentalist church I grew up in. So they're not fundamentalists always. Usually they have most of their beliefs, but what they're doing is they are really focusing on groups because they're like, oh, we're mega churches, so everyone has to be in a small group so we can get that church feel. And this small group has people called leaders. And what's happening in these small groups is the leaders and the church are literally asking for your financial statements to make sure that you are tithing enough. And I'm going to control your life and take your money. What these churches are doing with technology is they are videoing the testimony, and they want in the testimony the worst things you have ever done, and they want to put it on their websites. That can very easily be used as blackmail if you ever leave the church.
Now, these churches are a way for people to make millions. In 2017, the church reportedly made more than $17 million in revenue, which it's not supposed to be for profit. Many celebrities did join Churchome after Hillsong's downfall. It looks like Churchome was one of the many churches paying up to $100,000 a year to be part of the Hillsong family until they left the Hillsong family. So weird how organized religion works. I actually attended a large church, shout out Park Valley, and I still had this small feel, but it was nothing like this. Judah Smith has had his fair share of controversies, being criticized for homophobia, making comments about homosexuality being a sin akin to R-wording and unaliving someone. Oh God. So am I as much of a sinner as someone who as Gypsy Rose, ooh, not me bringing Gypsy Rose into it. R-wording someone? Me being gay is as bad as okay, Judah. It actually turns out before Judah became a cushy Beverly Hills pastor, he had some pretty interesting views. In 2005, before he was friends with Justin Bieber, Judah openly preached his unfiltered views. At that point, he was targeting followers ages 12 to 19 to, quote, get them young, and told one such group that President Bush's Supreme Court nominations would be essential to determining whether or not we will continue to murder innocent lives in the womb of our women. He also said that being gay is a sin, the same as unaliving someone, R-wording someone, or living with your girlfriend. Okay, so living with your girlfriend's also... So if you live with your girlfriend, you're as bad as being gay. But over the years, Churchome is resonating with some people. They've made that $17 million, then the year after $18.5, then the year after $20 million. The church has made so much money because they don't have to pay taxes, which I think is BS, that they debuted their app, the app that is living within Justin Bieber's bio, where you get stream sermons, join community chat rooms, and digitally pray for one another. What I love prayer. I believe prayer is sometimes how you relieve yourself and cope and learn. But digitally, Chelsea Smith, Judah's wife, has also been outspoken. I couldn't find too many interviews of her, but here's one I did find. Also, remember that she is a part owner of Churchome.
If we can all be honest and uncomfortable, the church has been either extremely insensitive or worse, they've been awfully quiet now. Yes. Chelsea, why do you think that is?
I can tell you why I've been quiet. I feel very humbled. And I don't know sometimes the fine line between humbled and humiliated. I'm a person who follows the teachings of Jesus, and one of those teachings says that we weep with those who weep and rejoice with those who rejoice. And in this moment, I feel completely humbled and do not know how to follow that teaching. It just seems impossible to be able to do that in this moment. And I am embarrassed by some of the rejoicing at the cost of somebody's pain.
How can a Christian or somebody who identifies and lives their life by biblical text simultaneously read that passage but still empathize with women that are hurting or that have hurt?
I have so much empathy and understanding for followers of Jesus who would say, I believe that life begins at conception. And I believe that stopping an abortion is saving a life.
Now, this is her stance on abortion. I think it's just rather interesting how she says she's so understanding and so much empathy. But you think gay people are as bad as murderers. I don't know. It's like, how are you going to say one thing and then completely contradict yourself in the next stance? Like, you guys are clearly not accepting people. Same people going on tour with Justin Bieber and feeding him things through his mind that lead to probably a lot of these bizarre social media posts. In response to some of his older stances, he claims it's been 15 years, forget about it. Things have changed. So he's just trying to people please. And I really feel like Judah, he found the bag here in Beverly Hills, and he's going to do anything he can to make sure he continues securing it. I mean, I saw Hailey Bieber post something on Instagram that, caught my eye because we see Justin preaching every other day on his Instagram post. So why did she make this post? It reads, pastors and preachers really love to just put words together with the same letter and act like it's hitting so crazy. There's blessing in the brokenness. There's grace in the gratitude. This shit drives me bananas. And I wonder if there's a world, because Hailey's been going through so much, to where she sought help through the church and then she was told to like pray on it, and she's like, I'm being canceled in a 7-part series. I can't just pray this away. She also followed up that story with a picture of Elmo behind some fire, which don't do that to Elmo, but she wrote, and then people sit there and they're like eating it up. So maybe Justin's eating it up and she's looking at him like, hey dude, like I'm not buying this BS. Many know that Justin is big on religious beliefs. He's known to post videos and religious quotes on his Instagram and is good friends with his pastor, Judah. So what happened between Hailey and Judah to where she's not believing like Justin is? There was a lawsuit filed against Judah where he expects staff to leave a money trail. This article reads, it started with a car crash in 2020. Rachel, a video editor for a mega church in Seattle, was hit in her Volvo by a driver who failed to yield. Oh, I hate car accidents. Shout out to anyone like who's been in a car accident. Like, oh, it's so scary, right? Rachel went to the ER and found that she had a bunch of debt, like most Americans do end up with. So Rachel was in this accident. She went to the hospital and your girl is in debt. Well, her church supervisor started to notice. I'm not sure if you have started giving since our last conversation, but that needs to happen ASAP. One person told her on Slack, wait, so you're going to tell me at my workplace that I need to donate my money that I'm making from my workplace back to work? Then came a written warning from another. It is my hope that you will take advantage of this opportunity to correct your behavior so that you succeed in this position. If her misconduct did not change, the note said, she could face termination. By not, donating back to the same church? Many churches see a 10% tithe as a scriptural standard and an unspoken expectation for church staff, but to be fired over not donating is different. Rachel filed a lawsuit against Churchome, the church led by Judah. The suit claims that the church engaged in a systematic scheme of wage and hour abuse against their employees. At Churchome, staff members were told to tithe. You are not as invested as you think you are in Churchome if there's not a money trail, Judah remarked at a staff meeting. I would walk right out the door because I understand like paying your dues, but I'm trying to work and make some money. I need to pay some bills, and Rachel's in debt. Now the church let her go because she was not giving the tithe, was not tipping the church, and it actually turns out it's not explicitly stated in the employee handbook that you have to tithe. So if they fire her over that, then she could kind of win her lawsuit because it was never explained up front. It's not in any writings. But the church had no real explanation. They waived their First Amendment, saying they have the right to restrict employment to those employees who choose to not abide by church teachings. Churchome intends to vigorously defend the rights of all religious institutions to live, teach, and model their faith through their employees.
The megachurch behind me here in Kirkland, Churchome, is being sued by an employee who alleges she was threatened with termination when she couldn't afford to donate or tithe to the church. But it's Smith who's at the center of a lawsuit.
God loves a cheerful giver, but now you're like taking out the cheerful part of it. And I'm now becoming like a fearful giver. I'm giving because I'm afraid I'm going to lose my job.
And alleges she was called up by her superior.
In order for you to be on the team here at Churchome, you need to give 10%. You need to tithe. And that's really when it hit me, was just like, wow.
Tithing, the age-old practice of donating money to a church, is usually voluntary. Kellogg alleges the practice wasn't included in the job posting. Also in the suit, screenshots of messages like this between an alleged manager. One shows him saying, it is expected if you're on the team that you tithe, and if not, it does sound like that would lead to being removed from staff. Churchome responded to King 5 saying, quote, the First Amendment protects a church's right to restrict employment to those employees who choose to abide by church teaching. That's something Kellogg's lawyer says is irrelevant.
We don't think that this is a First Amendment issue.
Rather, it's Washington state law he alleges they're breaking.
It's called the Wage Rebate Act, and it essentially says that it's unlawful for an employer to collect or receive a rebate of wages.
Churchome told King 5 they plan to vigorously defend the rights of all religious institutions to live, teach, and model their faith through their employees.
What I'm here for is just holding them accountable for what they are not supposed to be doing, but are getting away with.
Now, I don't think Churchome is going to go anywhere anytime soon. I don't think Hailey plans to be there, but if you guys want to download the app, you could. I do not personally recommend it. I'm not here trying to hate on their business. I'm not trying to get sued. I'm just saying I did download it, and yeah. I just don't want to be on my phone that much. Like if I want to go to church, I want to enjoy the service and the word. I don't want to be on my phone all day. As I'm getting older, I'm just realizing I just don't want to be on my phone all the time. So my text messages are going up, emails going up. Oh, I'm sorry I missed that. So I just left my phone in the other room. Needed a break. But I want to hear what you guys think of Churchome in the comments below. What if we did like on the ground? Like, can I just show up? I feel like I'd have to go into disguise because if Courtney clocks me, girl. Even though I really want to go to Camp Poosh. If anyone works for Poosh and wants to send me to Camp Poosh for Coachella, I'll happily go. I went there last year and it was a blast. I think I should. I talk about the family all the time. Let me go to Camp Poosh. Do I even really want to go? The worst thing ever. Imagine they recognize me. But yeah, anyways, I'm just now getting goofy. So thank you guys for watching this video and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye guys.